Good evening, everyone. I wanted to make sure I got on and did tonight's devotion. I hope you've all had a great Sunday, a great weekend. I know there's lots of celebrations going on and visiting loved ones who have passed on, and a lot of gardening and whatnot. I know a lot of that's going on. Comment below and let me know what you've done this weekend and if your weekend has ended or if you're going to be doing some more activities tomorrow. Tonight's devotion is titled God's School of Wisdom. Our scripture reference is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 11, and it says, I have taught you in the way of skillful and godly wisdom. True Christianity goes far beyond the mere doctrine. We certainly need to know the principles of our faith in the form of doctrine, but real love for God is so much more than a set of basic beliefs. It is also a way of daily practical living that comes from understanding the ways and purposes of God. When we approach everyday situations from the perspective of God's ways and purposes, we ask questions such as, how would Jesus talk to that person? How would Jesus deal with that person's obvious need? When we begin to think along these lines, we are learning to be wise because we are seeking to understand the ways and purposes of God. Moses was a very wise man, one who understood the importance of knowing God's ways. In Exodus chapter 33, verse 13, he cried out to God, if I have found favor in your sight, show me now your way, that I may know you. God answered Moses' prayer, as we read in Psalm 103:7. He made known his way to Moses, his acts to the children of Israel. Notice the distinction between what God made known to Moses and what he made known to the children of Israel. Some people are only interested in God's acts, what we will do for them, or what he will do for them. But wise people are like Moses. They hunger for deep understanding of his ways. Let me encourage you to cry out to God as Moses did. Ask God to show you his ways and help you understand his purposes. That is good because, we do need to be more wise because, we can sit here and say, that person needs some help, but we're quick like that just to tell someone else and maybe someone else will fix it. But it kind of reminds me of those bracelets people used to wear, and some people probably do, those what would Jesus do bracelets. How would he respond to certain situations? And we need to keep that in mind as we go throughout our day. How would he respond? How would he remedy the situation? How would he show that person love? How would he help them out? We need to ask ourselves that more often than we do. It's very important, I think, to show love to everyone that we see, everyone that we meet, and so forth. So that's a really good one. Lots of food for thought there. Do you show people those things? Do you think about, do you ask those questions? What would Jesus do? Do you ask yourself that ever? We need to really think about that and let that soak in because it's really important. Anyway, that's all I have for the devotion tonight. Love you all. Have a great evening.